The river stretched wide, its dark waters swirling under the moonlight. A frog sat at the edge, gazing at the current, preparing for the long swim to the other side. Just as he was about to leap in, a voice called out, "Frog, wait." The frog turned to see a scorpion, its sleek body glistening under the dim light. The scorpion stepped closer. "I need to cross the river, but I cannot swim. Let me ride on your back, and together we shall reach the other side." The frog frowned. "Do you take me for a fool? You are a scorpion. If I let you climb onto my back, you will sting me?" The scorpion shook his head. "Why would I do that? If I sting you, we will both drown. That would be foolish of me." The frog hesitated. The scorpion's logic made sense. "Promise me you will not sting me," the frog said. "I promise," the scorpion replied. Reluctantly, the frog allowed the scorpion onto his back and started swimming. The river was strong, but the frog was stronger. Stroke after stroke, he carried them both safely toward the other side. But as they reached the middle of the river, the frog suddenly felt a sharp, searing pain in his back. His limbs stiffened, and his breath came in gasps. He turned his head, eyes wide with shock. You stung me," he whispered. The scorpion, now trembling, let out a sad sigh. "I know," he said, watching as the water rose around them. "I couldn't help it. It's in my nature." The frog's limbs went limp. The current swallowed them both, dragging them beneath the surface. And so, the river continued its endless journey, carrying with it another tale of trust, betrayal, and the unchanging nature of some. There are those whose nature remains unchanging, no matter the circumstances. The scorpion knew that stinging the frog would lead to both their deaths, yet when the moment came, he could not resist. His actions were not driven by logic but by instinct, proving that some beings, some people, will act according to their true nature, even when it is against their best interests. The frog, on the other hand, made a mistake that many have made before. He placed trust where it was undeserved. Despite his initial doubts, despite knowing the danger, he allowed himself to be convinced. And so, he became a victim of blind trust, learning too late that promises are often empty. Words may be spoken with conviction, but in the end, actions reveal a person's true nature. Red flags had been there from the start, the scorpion's reputation, the frog's own instincts, but doubt was pushed aside in favor of hope. Yet, ignoring warning signs does not make danger disappear. Instead, it allows disaster to creep closer, unseen until it is too late. And in the end, betrayal spared no one. The frog paid the ultimate price for his misplaced trust, and the scorpion, too, was doomed by his own nature. It was a tragic lesson, one that whispered of the dangers of ignoring instincts, the consequences of misplaced faith, and the inevitable fate of those who betray others. For in a world where trust can be a lifeline or a noose, wisdom is knowing the difference.